welcome to Debug My Life. We're going to talk about software bugs that take a really long time to solve and go over why they happen and the proper fix for how to solve them. Today's bug we're going to talk about in the context of Docker containers. There are timestamps in the description below if you want to skip ahead, and let's get into it.
Okay, so here we have a basic app and it's using a Debian based image just for, to get Python 3.10 Slim. And we're just copying and pip installing our requirements. So if we try to build the image for this application, we'll see that we'll run into an error. And that's the CMake error that we're trying to solve today. Okay, so we have our error. When I first see errors, I first read whatever's at the bottom, realize it's useless, and then scroll all the way to the top. When it came to building wheel for collected packages, llama cpp python, it decided, hey, I actually can't do this step. And it's basically trying to tell you in the most complex way possible, I don't have what I need to install this package. I don't have this thing called C compiler or CXX compiler, and you need to give me the path or some kind of information before I can go further. Unfortunately, the bug itself doesn't give us an easy path to solving it. And this is kind of where it can take hours if you're unfamiliar, because you may read the fact that, oh, maybe I have to set the environment variable CC, or I need to find the path on my local machine. That's for Docker, that's not the case. And I'm not familiar with this issue outside of Docker, but if you've seen it, please leave a comment on how similar the fix is. For Docker, all we have to do is look into our custom image that we've built and realize, like, hey, it's possible that this base image actually doesn't have this C and CXX, which is, I'm pretty sure, a C++ compiler. So it doesn't have that. So we need to use a package manager that works with Debian. So that's apt-get. If you're using like Alpine or like Fedora or something else, like you can use whatever package manager works for that operating system or Linux distribution. But for us, it's going to be apt-get. So you just have to install something that will download these compilers. For us, that's actually going to be GCC, which is a software that actually has like different compilers and like libraries and other requirements for building these more complex packages across different platforms. We can use GCC, and that will help us get the C compiler, and we can also use G++, which will help us get the C++ compiler, and then put -y just so you don't run into the error of the computer not having somebody to respond yes or no when it prompts a question, are you sure you want to do this? So now let's try building the app with these two. I feel like it's crazy. Okay, so if you just do apt-get install and you run into a bug, which I just did, you may need to add apt-get update, which will actually update your package manager. I don't really know why it got outdated in the last day since I ran this yesterday, but that fixed my bug. So just do that if you have an issue with the first. And we are now able to pip install our requirements and run copy ... and the actual image is gonna finish building successfully. Yeah, so thank you so much. I hope that this has solved at least the CMake bug, and if it hasn't, let me know, and it'd be interesting to see what other issues pop up around this in the context of Docker containers. Bye everyone.